Before we had GeoLink, our spraying was inefficient at best. We oversprayed areas into the rough, areas that we wasted chemical on.
So we were looking to upgrade our 5600 sprayer. It's a little on the older side, so we were looking into our options, and we started demoing some GPS sprayers and ultimately fell in love with the Toro.
So I've worked at a lot of clubs where we always spray hawked greens, and this is the first club that I boomed, and I can do it with confidence with the GeoLink system.
Mapping with the Toro GPS system is very simple. All we have to do is drive around the perimeter of our greens, our tees, or our fairways, whatever we want to map.
I did all the mapping here, so I kind of did it the way that I felt we should spray. So I mapped the fairways all the way up to the green, and then mapped the greens out into the fairways so that when we spray fairways, all we have to do is exclude the greens and there's no overlap. So it's very exact that way.
At the Beatonsbrook Club, we have a Toro 1750 and a Toro 5800. With our mapping, we map with the 1750, and then we will be able to transfer that map over right to the 5800 using a flash drive. In the future, if we have to remap, it's as simple as deleting a map and redoing it.
I like to think of it as you get more bang for your buck. So I don't think I'm saving any money, but I'm able to spray more and produce a better product for our membership. You know, if we have an extra product, we can go out and we can spray our green surrounds, and we can do that very fast.
Tee boxes was the biggest savings. We're square tee boxes, and we used to have to waste like an entire boom to get a little sliver, and now it's exact. We get all the tee boxes done in one tack down. I mean, you're still saving a lot on fairways, but the tee boxes were huge.
The ability of having individual nozzle control has really helped us in reducing our chemicals and pesticides, as well as saving money in the long run. GeoLink system, compared to the conventional way we used to spray, the savings that I've seen is about 3 acres on fairways, which was very eye-opening for me. The wasted chemicals on the outsides of fairways. Now we're able to save that money and use it for other areas on the golf course or other sprays if we need to.
So I really like to push the limits with some of our applications and get the full window. If an application says it's going to last 21 to 28 days, I want to see it last 28 days. So something I'm noticing with the GeoLink and GPS sprayers is that, you know, we're not seeing that disease pressure in the fronts and the backs of, let's say, tees. You know, the booms come on when they're supposed to, and you get, you know, the entire square footage of your tee, and then you don't come out a week later and see a little bit of breakthrough. So, you know, I think we're able to maximize those products and get the most out of them, which, you know, in the end is less time and less product going out on the tees.
With unpredictable weather in our area, sometimes we may have to stop a spray in the middle if we're predicting a rainstorm. With the Toro GPS system, we'll be able to go right back out, and the saved spray is still on the unit, and we'll be able to pick up right where we left off.
It could be raining. You see rain coming, it's like, let's just stop. Or we could have something going on, like, hey, go out and get 2 tanks out, we'll finish it up tomorrow, and it'll pick up right where you left off the next day.
Yeah, so night spraying was definitely more difficult with the older sprayers, with the foam, always using more foam that was necessary. We hooked up, but with the newer sprayer, the GPS, no foam is needed. Just look at the screen and follow the indicators. That definitely makes things a lot easier.
My first 2 years without the Toro GPS system, we would spray using foam marker. We would have to be very careful with our sprays to prevent an overlap. With the new GPS system, the control is there and we don't have any overlaps.
So a lot of people are always nervous about sprayers around bunkers, and I think that the GeoLink system can kind of help you stay away from those bunkers and plan your green so that way, you know, you don't put yourself running in or backing into a bunker. Our bunkers here are very tight, and we do plan on doing some green expansions in the future, which is something I'm always thinking about when we go to spray and how to align that. And I think we can get our bunkers a little bit tighter and a little bit closer to the green with this system. So it's one less maintenance practice that you really have to worry about. And the safety aspect to me is huge, because nothing beats safe operating.
What we did for the retrofit on the 1750 was Turf Equipment and Supply came and picked it up and took it and put everything on, brought it back to us, and that was pretty much it. It was nothing on our end. The good thing now is that our productivity has increased due to the boom width being increased from 18.5 feet to 21 feet.
Ultimately fell in love with the Toro GPS sprayer because it gave us a peace of mind. The fact that once it's set up, my spray tech can go out there. I know it's going to be the same spray every time. The right amount of chemicals is going to go out. The fact that Toro is behind their products is always there when we need them, whether it's irrigation down to the GPS sprayer. In terms of service and support, Andy from Store Tractor has been there from day one. He's been there to show me how to operate it, down to any minor issues I had with anything. He's been there.
NSN Connect was always there for us whenever we needed it, whenever we needed help. You know, everybody that would answer the phone was always so great. You know, they were so helpful. You could just plug in the USB port as long as you were on Wi-Fi, and you were able to get remote access for them to help you out and fix any issues that you had.
The Toro GPS sprayer has been such a part of our program now. It's tough to think of any exciting things about it. It's part of our routine now.
The GeoLink system by Toro has improved my efficiency, as well as saved me labor hours, as well as chemical and fertilizers, money on chemicals and fertilizers. It has ultimately given me peace of mind that my chemicals and fertilizers are being applied properly to the areas that I only want.
It's the backbone of our maintenance program.